Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I did say 3 books today, this is the third, but no means the least. This was sent to me by a lovely friend of mine called Trudy. She's also known as Gaga for Gluing on Instagram. She's a truly wonderful person. And she sent me this colouring book. We have been chatting on Instagram. She really is lovely. Excuse me. So this is Mythograhic, the Colour and Discover series. And this is Dream Weaver. Can you pick up on that gorgeous gold? This is by Alessandra Fusi. I think I've said that properly. But it's an absolutely stunning book. It was printed in 2022, as I understand, if I can get this correct. Yeah, first edition 2022. And this is the reverse. We all know how gorgeous these books are. And it says there are more than 40 immersive hand-drawn illustrations. It doesn't have any of the silly hidden objects, which I'm so grateful for, because the quality of this paper is outstanding. They're single-sided, they're perforated, and so it makes them an absolute pleasure to have and to colour in. So let's get into it. So here's our gorgeous front cover, which is also perforated, so you can take it out if you want to. And then straight into it are images. Now I'm going to come in a little bit because I do know from flip throughs myself that there is such a lot of detail in these pages that it can be quite difficult to pick out what's going on. But this is flamingos, and there's a building here, and I'm assuming it's all underwater because we've got the lily pads up there facing the sky. Dragonflies. Isn't it beautiful? These artists that the Mythigrahic series have are so talented. So this is a carousel. Can you see the horses on the carousel? There is a butterfly up here. There's lots of little details in these books, but like I say, the paper quality is awesome. You can use, as long as you're careful, water medium. You can use your alcohol markers, your water-based markers, pencils, pens, whatever, and gel pens, and just be colouring happy. And absolutely beautiful, beautiful images. Now I think this is an aardvark. Could be. I think it's an aardvark. And we're surrounded by mushrooms. We've got a house off his back from his armour, and then we've got these beautiful like church windows in the background. Isn't that beautiful? I hope you can see all the detail. I know it's really difficult on these books because they are very intricate. Here we've got some beautiful tigers laying down, and what's really clever, what the artist has done is picked black spots out like these leaves, and their bodies are open. Can you see that? So they're like almost like ribbon how they've done it. It's so very clever. Very, very clever. And then we've got the gorgeous foliage all around them. Beautiful, beautiful picture. Here we've got a dragon. Here's his head, and he's circling this rock. There's another one there. This is his big wing in the background. And we've got castles on these floating rocks. There's another dragon there, breathing fire onto this building here. Another outstandingly gorgeous image. But I've been really enjoying colouring with my water-based markers and my alcohol markers and my watercolour as a base for my colouring, so I love these kinds of books. Where you can just do that with, where you can photocopy your pages and do it with anyone really if you've got the paper, but this is gorgeous. So down here we've got dancing happy dolphins in amongst all these crystals. We've got what looks like ice crystals or snowflakes. So she's like an ice maiden in the water. She's got little tiny butterflies on her face and a gorgeous crown. I can just, you know, oh, Imagine the colours that you can use. Oh, just beautiful. Right, this one we've got like a how do you say it? Centaur. A female centaur horse. And she's listening to music. We've got some bumblebees. And I'm trying to work out what the building is behind. She's got some kind of like pergola behind her, or music stand. That's beautiful, isn't it? Gorgeous. And what they've done is made the artwork behind these music notes really pale. So it's still there, but just very pale. So it's up to you how you colour that. Whether you want it still vibrant and just have these notes over the top, or... Very clever. Then we've got two blue whales, I think they are. There's a key there hanging down. Looks like almost like the lost city of Atlantis. I mean, you can just let your imagination run wild, can't you? It can absolutely run riot with these pictures. Can you see everything? Another key there and there and there. Absolutely gorgeous. So what have we got going on here? We've got, it looks like a clock with the star signs going around it, and then we've got little mice peeping out here, some planets, of course, celestial. That's a really lovely picture. Hope you can see the detail in there. Okay, then we've got, oh look, we've got a little like gecko or lizard type thing here, and again another very intricate palace type castle on a waterfall and rock. What's a parrot, or a couple of parrots there. Very colourful page, you could do that in. Really pretty. We could have golds on the castle, you know, our gold watercolour paints, and just beautiful. Oh look. So we've got a deer in the middle, surrounded by butterflies. A little fairy, is it or just a butterfly there? And then all the foliage around it. And I actually like how they separate the background out, because it makes it easier to colour if you haven't got one great big block of space. You can just take one little section at a time with your colours, and it makes it so much easier. Ooh, we've got origami, so we've got... I have to work it out as well. So we've got flowers, obviously, and then the origami cranes, and a little building here. Oh, it's got... No, it's not a building, I'm being thick. It's a soldier, look. There's his face, and here's his armour. There, and he's holding a sword that runs right the way up the middle. I'm being dim, I hope you can see that. Takes a second or two to figure the images out, but that's what makes it fun. Oh my goodness, look at this. So we've got a jack hare that turns into a beautiful like Siamese fighting fish tail, and we've got light bulbs. Look at that, that are like jellyfish. Isn't that a clever idea? And then all the corals round it. And what's lovely about these is a fantasy page like this, they do not have to be in real colours. I mean, he could be pink for all it matters, you know. And that's what makes these books so alluring, I think, is, oh wow, is the fantasy side of things. So we've got the most incredible fox face in an oriental style dress and a mask, and then foxes leaping here. That is beautiful. Gosh, I love that page. Oh, I like colouring foxes. That's lovely. Oh look, we've got a space cat. So we've got all the planets around the outside, a couple of spaceships, and our cat in his spacesuit and helmet. Isn't that cool? Imagine what you can do with those eyes. So we've got a tree frog, or some kind of frog, don't quote me, I'm probably wrong. You know how they blow out their chests? I think it's like, is it for mating? Well, in that, instead, we've got a fairy in a castle surrounded by all these leaves and fauna. So his body runs up here around this tree. Oh, I like that. That's beautiful. Beautiful fairy. I don't know if you can, you might be able to see that. I don't want to mess it about and make the image blurry, but oh wow, it's so beautiful. So we've got a mechanical man or robot here, surrounded by other robots. That's a really interesting page. We've got mushrooms, and again the beautiful floral and foliage. Got some fern leaves there. Aren't they clever? And we've got our clownfish page. Beautiful clownfish hiding in their corals. These look like pomegranates to me. They could be like, you could make them like volcanoes spilling that stuff out. But they do look like pomegranates, but yeah, because look, these look like the pomegranate seeds inside. That's very cool. I like that very much. So clever, their brains, how they think these things up, isn't it? Okay, so we've got a rib cage and spine with, looks like a hummingbird and some kind of songbird here, surrounded by roses. That's another lovely page, because you could do that ribcage subtle and then really have it pop with the colours from the birds and the feathers. Very, very clever. I'm not jealous at all, people, of these talents. So we've got a crane, or two cranes, and a swan with almost like an oriental style gramophone, which they're sitting on, which is their pond. And then the records are out here. Isn't that lovely? They're just going to be incredible coloured. So their pond is the turntable on top of the record player. Or gramophone, whatever you want to call it. Oh, wow. So now we've got a lion with wings. I don't know what you call it. There is a mythical creature, isn't there? Kirby did one, I think. Did he? Somebody did one with wings. And I can't remember what they're called. And then we've got the lioness asleep down here around this beautiful, almost Rapunzel building. This Rapunzel tower. And playing cards. And they are surrounded in a hedge maze. That's so cool. And all the little bits that you can see in the background are signs from the cards. So hearts, clubs, diamonds, spades. Oh, that's lovely. I love that page. I hope you can pick up on all the detail. Ooh. Oh, look. I'm going to say he's a wolf, because it looks like he's got a dream catcher with him and behind him. Feathers. Oh, man, these are beautiful. Oh, I love that page. Oh. Now, if you did him sort of light greys, dark greys, and a bit of cream, maybe, black nose, of course, then can you imagine how all these colours would pop out? And he'd be just like he's meant to be, sort of peeping through these mushrooms, and oh, just stunning. And we've got a beautiful Chinese looking page here with all the lanterns and a dragon spiralling up this, looks like a tree to me, and then this beautiful building, which we could get our golds out. I'll just move it up slightly so you can get all that building in. Look at that. We can get those gold metallic paints out. Oh, lots of metallic paints for this page. Oh, beautiful. Again, another stunning one. Now, she's in a bottle, so if I lift her up so you can see the top. I don't know if I can zoom out slightly, but I just don't want you to not be able to see the detail. So we've got this very beautiful mermaid here. We've got an octopus down here and a pocket watch, which it looks like the octopus has clutched. We've got seashells, and it's all contained in this glass jar. Treasure chest down there. I don't think there's a page I don't like. Wow, look at this. So this is some kind of owl, I don't know what kind, contained what looks like within a crystal. I could be wrong, but we've got crystals down here and poppy type flowers, and it looks like he's within a crystal. Isn't that clever? And then a space background. Oh look, again, crack out those metallic paints. A beautiful woman who is all mechanical. She's got a mechanical eye there and a bug on her, mechanical bugs, cogs, just beautiful. Again, metallic paints. Oh, okay. Oh, see, we've got the contrast between the beautiful nature here, butterfly wings, and then the cruelty of it in between, where this snake is going to eat this. I presume he's like a weasel or a ferret, a stoat. Well, just survival, isn't it? But, you know, it's not nice to witness. But just surrounded by all this beauty, and then the reality of or the fragility of life, shall we say. That's actually a really lovely picture. Look at those flowers. I don't know what they are, but they'd be lovely to colour. Wow, okay. So we've got turtles. I presume they're turtles. And they are carrying ships of some kind. And in here is a castle with the beautiful, like, intricate doorway into it. And in the centre, if you look at this, it looks like a sword running up the centre. Can you see that? So incredibly clever. Ooh. So we've got very fairy tale here. We've got a book. Oh, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So we've got a book with a unicorn on it. This beautiful border, intricate border around it. And coming out of him is all these beautiful flowers. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I like that. Oh wow, so we've got a mechanical egg, and when it opens we've got these two beautiful hummingbirds. Beautiful is going to be my go-to expression when I'm speechless, I think. Isn't that gorgeous? Gold and turquoise and pinks. Oh yes, yes, yes. Very pretty. Oh. Now this looks like an Afghan hound, but instead he's got the moon behind him. It looks like a lobster bee. That's real clever. Oh, and has he bitten an arrow? Oh, just look at that. And these looks like, to me they look like coral. Isn't that lovely? It doesn't have to make sense, does it? It's not meant to make sense. It's just meant to spark your imagination. So we've got a ram with a crystal, and hanging off it we've got all these little terrariums with plants growing in it. That's another lovely one. So you'd have the earthy tones on your ram, and his horns obviously. Then you could have your greens for your what do they call them? What do you say? Cichlids, that's a fish. What are those plants called? They're like cactus, but they're sucklids? I can't think what they're called. My apologies. But you'd have all the beautiful tones of green for those. And then you could fill that background with colour. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, little bush babies who have wings. And they're coming out of a mighty flower here. Looks like they're in a greenhouse of some kind. And they've got, yeah, got wings too. Oh, this is just such a beautiful book. It's so lovely. I wouldn't even know where to start. So, this is a lady, if you can see her face here, and this is like a petal or a flower as her hair, and then we've got clouds and we've got all these planes and aviation style objects and a cuckoo coming out here, out of her chest. That's a really interesting one, I like that. Oh, wow. Wow, there we go. So we've got plenty of facet practice there. Goodness me, that'd be challenging because they're quite tiny. And her hands holding this globe, and within it is it a raven or a crow? Make it whatever you want, couldn't you? That's lovely too. But it's just how they come to life. I like, you know, they're instantly, you put the colour on and they're instantly awake, these images. So we've got the most incredible owl drawing. In amongst the moon, the stars, and flowers, and a crown. This is a, can you see that? This is a crown down here. I like that. Ooh. Ooh, always sparks people's imagination. So some kind of spotted cat, so leopard, cheetah, whichever one you want to go with, surrounded by beautiful butterflies. That's beautiful too. Gorgeous. Oh, look at this one. Oh, please tell me you can pick up on the detail here. This is a hourglass. We've got nighttime down here, daytime up here. Well, the moon and the sun. This side of the page has stars, so I'm presuming nighttime dragon here. And this one has just got little bits and bobs, so I would make this daytime and this one nighttime, and you could split that page. Split those there, daytime, nighttime, and do the same here in the centre. Isn't that beautiful? Let's go for another word, Lucy. Gorgeous, stunning. So here we do have a Siamese fighting fish. I think they're also known as betta fish, are they? And we've got a decanter here that's spilt all its contents, and here's its beautiful stopper here. Again, the word beautiful, I apologise. Another one up here, another decanter that's spilling and is making the fish. That's gorgeous. Look at these mushrooms. Wow. Just wow. And it's all going into this bottle here. So the fish is either coming in or going out of the bottle there. Going in, I presume, because they're pouring it. Oh, that's lovely. Look at that. Oh my goodness, folks. Look at this one. So here we have a squirrel surrounded by berries and flowers and leaves. And these lanterns are not just any lanterns, folks. No, no, no. It's home to a little girl on a swing. That is fantastic. I love that page. That's absolutely stunning. I love that page. Can you imagine that coloured? Wow. Another absolutely takes my breath away page. Look at this. So we've got a key here, and off it is all these ribbons coming off. There's the padlock, which has got like dragonfly wings on it. We've got gems, we've got snowflakes, beautiful like, I can't think what the word, birds. I can't think what they're called. Birds. Somebody will know for me. That's just, and then the ladies that make up the key, they've got a face, almost like a jester type face there. Oh, isn't that incredible? And then we've got some kind of like submarine. and sea creatures, fish, and we've got an octopus that's surrounding it, octopus tentacles, and different sea creatures. And close-ups of little bits, I like that. And then, what have we got here? Oh, this is a crane bird, wearing a, is it Edwardian? Not Edwardian. The neck ruffles. What period was that? Elizabethan? I don't know. Very sort of Tudorish style, that's the word I was looking for, Tudorish style clothing. Surrounded by feathers, flying fish, tulips. I'm shaking my head with disbelief. It's just such a gorgeous book. So here we've got, as you can see for yourself, we've got a little cat, or a large cat, on top of a building. And we've got like little pusheen type fish. Could be coloured like puffer fish maybe. And then we've got our traditional koi carp round it. And then very clearly nighttime sky. We're getting there now, folks. I don't want it to run out. I'm enjoying it so much. I love looking through new books. So here we have an armoured polar bear. Is he armoured or has he just got jewels on him? He's just got like a headdress on him. Chasing a penguin with a horn. There's another one up here, look. He's about to attack the polar bear. Into the water with all these crystals. He has got armour. He's got armour on his shoulders, yeah. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Is this supposed to be like Mother Nature holding life into this pot and out of it is growing life? I don't know, that's just my interpretation, but we've got some kind of plant growing out of it, and then these three beautiful faces that are the centre of flowers. I really quite like that one. It's very unusual. Oh, that's it. Oh. So there's some other books in the series that you can get. I love these books now they've taken away the hidden objects. I really did struggle with that because if you're like me, it just presented so much of a challenge for me to have, you know, a beautiful image like this. And then you'd find, I don't know, a playing card on his head, and it just really threw me. But Trudy, my beautiful friend, another beautiful, my lovely friend, thank you so, so much. It means so much to me. Please let me know if you're interested in us doing a colour along in it. It's a fantastic book. We could crack out the alcohol markers and pencils and whatever, paints, and have a really good, fun session with it. Thank you so much for watching, folks. I do have one more gift. It's not a book, but we'll look at that separately. Thank you so much for watching and sticking with me. So until we meet again really soon, take really good care of yourselves, my friends. Bye-bye.